Can you share your name, age, and city state?
Lisa, 61 in Aurora, Colorado.
Okay, great, thanks. And have you tested positive for COVID-19?
Yes, I have.
And how did you get tested?
Through a swab in my nose.
Okay, you just went to one of those drive up or?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, when was this?
Was October 18th was the first test.
Okay, you know the exact date.
Yes.
Wow. So can you tell me a little bit about your experience?
I went to the emergency room and I got tested again. So I hadn't received my test yet.
Okay, yeah.
But I got really sick. I did a teledoctor and my lungs were having problems with my lungs, and then went to the hospital, and that's when I was admitted for 5 days.
Wow. So how long were you sick before you went to the hospital?
Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday is when I started noticing worse, but I didn't really feel that sick actually. I just felt I had a low grade fever, and my legs were achy on Sunday. So yeah, and so then the following Sunday is when, so I was sick for about a week before I went into the hospital.
Was it fluish like when you finally did get sick, or different?
It was in my lungs, like I was starting to cough a lot, like just really just constantly coughing. I didn't really feel fluish. I didn't even feel achy, except for that one day. But then all of a sudden, it's a yuck.
Yeah, yeah. So you did go to the hospital. So how was that experience?
It was fine. They took really good care of me. I think they had better information now compared to earlier on, because I got a drug, remdesivir. They had just approved it 4 days before I got into the hospital. And then they gave me the antibodies also. So I had those 2 items for a week every night.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like pretty good treatment. So you'd never had oxygen? Or...
Yes, I did. I was on oxygen pretty much the whole time. No ventilators, just oxygen.
I see.
I've had pneumonia before, so I've had it a couple of times, pneumonia. So that's why I always get a pneumonia shot and a flu shot.
Okay, so you do get those shots, yeah. So what about, so physically pretty bad once you got to the hospital. What about mentally?
I think it wasn't until afterwards, feeling on how lucky I was that I didn't die. So, in considering listening to other people who were healthy and young passing away, so almost a little guilty. Seeing someone who was so young pass away, and then I didn't, which I thought I was going to if I got it.
Did they isolate you in the hospital pretty well, or were you around other COVID?
Oh no, I had my own room. Yeah. They had a whole floor of so it was like the if you didn't need a ventilator, they had a whole floor for that.
Okay. Yeah, so do you know how you were exposed?
That's hard to tell because I work in a restaurant, so I go to work every day. So nobody in my restaurant got exposed, no one, and my family was not exposed. So no one around me got it.
Wow.
So I don't.
Yeah, as far as you know, you didn't expose anybody else.
No, because I was very good about making sure I wore my mask and making sure I was limited to where I went.
Okay, interesting. So no idea where you could have a customer maybe, or who knows, at work.
It could have been.
You interact with a lot of people at work in the restaurant?
I do.
Yeah.
Guests and staff.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any lingering symptoms or anything that's stuck with you?
Yeah, right now I'm continuously tired. And then I'm having slight issues with my lungs, you know, that I get very winded. If I work a lot, my chest starts hurting, coughing a lot. So I'm still having a little bit. And it seems to get better every day, but I'm still having issues with my lungs.
Mm, yeah. Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you made it through and that, yeah, you don't
Well,
have.
me too. And my family, you know, my family too.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's scary. It scared me.
Yeah. I can imagine. So if you had to sum up your experience with COVID in one word, what would that word be?
Oh God, scared.
Yeah.
I think
Makes
I'm
sense.
just scared.
And how likely are you to get the vaccine when it's
Oh, absolutely. I always get whatever vaccines I need to get. Um, absolutely.
wonderful? Great. Well, I thank you for sharing your story. I think it'll help other people. It's
But
good to hear. Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
no, just everybody stay safe. Stay safe, please, because this is not fun.
Yeah,
It is not.
great. Thank you so much.
All righty.